In this lesson, we will learn how to use a while loop for repetition. A while loop is another form of loop. It is simpler than for loop with only guard and body. When the program enters a while loop, the first thing Java does is to look at guard condition. Assume that the guard condition is true. Java will enter the body and executes all the codes in the body. When Java finishes executing all the body codes, it goes back to the guard and check if the guard condition is still true. If it is still true, it will enter the body again. The process continues until the guard becomes false. Assume that the guard is false. Java will exit the while loop. We will now take a closer look at how the while loop executes. Since while loop has no initialization, we need to perform the initialization outside the while loop. In the above example, we create a variable I and assigns the value 0 to I. The first statement Java will look at is guard. If the guard is true, it will enter the body and executes all the codes in the body. If the guard is false, it will exit the for loop. In this example, the guard condition is I less than 2, which is 0 less than 2, which is true. Since the guard condition is true, it will enter the body and print an asterisk. We need to perform the loop counter increment at the end of the body. It increment I from 0 to 1. Next, it move back to the guard and check if the condition is still true. Since the guard condition, 1 less than 2, is still true, it moves into the body again. It prints another asterisk. Increment I from 1 to 2. It moves back to the guard condition again to check if the guard condition is still true. The guard condition, 2 less than 2, is false. It exits the while loop. Usually we use a while loop when we do not know the number of times we want to loop. We use a for loop when we already know how many times we want to loop before entering the loop. In this for loop example, the user enters an integer, and we use that integer to determine how many times to loop. We already know the number of times to loop before we enter the for loop. In this while loop example, we only exit the loop when the user enter -1. When to exit is determined during runtime inside the loop. Practice time. Pause the video and code this example with different integer inputs. Use -1 to exit the while loop and stops the program.